That thing swimming around me is a massive ray, and it has just given me the jump scare of my life in the water. But hold on, how did I end up here? Stay tuned for the answer. This video was recorded a few days after last week's video, which was after many days of bad weather. This is the same spot, but instead after some chill days that led to crazy beautiful scenery underwater. The water was extremely clear and calm for Galicia's standards. In fact, a few mullets were awaiting me when I got in the water, and I decided to try catching one to start, but they were far smarter than I expected them to be, and they were constantly keeping distance enough for my spear gun not to be able to reach them. Disclaimer, I use a quite short spear gun, 75 centimeters. With any regular length spear gun, it would have been quite an easy shot. I also want to comment how healthy and beautiful these mullets were, which was surprising provided the place where I found them. Mullets are great bioindicators as they feed basically on anything, so whereas the ones that live farther into the sea have silver bright tones due to their diet consisting almost completely in seaweed, the ones that live in harbors have these darker grey tones because as well as seaweed they eat a lot of trash. Check the ones I caught in this video and you will understand what I'm talking about. After passing on the mullets, I started looking for deeper waters, although this beach is very flat and you have to go very far to pass 5-6 meters depth. While I was going, I found this school of baby sea bream that I thought were very cool, so I started following them for a while so I could check them out. You know the role. As usually, when I reached that deeper part, I started with the small ambushes to warm up and try my luck. However, also as usually, nothing else than a small fish showed up, so I came up with an idea. Moving to very shallow water. I know it sounds stupid, but the truth is that many times it's easier to find big fish in the shallows than in deep water. The thing is that in places where rocks stand out of the water, they are constantly hit by waves, which break shells and tear seaweed out of the rocks, providing a very easy meal for fish that feed on them. However, for obvious reasons, it is quite dangerous to go for that kind of spearing if there's bad weather or you're a beginner. But as the day was calm, I decided to give it a try. The truth is that I found some decent sized white sea bream, but once again, I couldn't get close enough from my spear gun to be able to reach them, so I scared them and they swam away. After I decided that I was done with the ambushes, I decided to check on a cave that I know on that beach. I have been diving there so much that I got a few interesting spots that I've memorized its location, and I usually check them every day. This is a pretty wide cave with a narrow entrance and a narrow exit, so it usually either hosts nothing at all or it's full of fish. This time, as you can see, it had several types of sea breams, but none of them were actually big enough, so after making sure I wasn't missing anything on the back of the cave, I decided to shoot this wrasse, which wasn't huge but fairly okay after all. Just so you can learn how to locate spots, what I usually do is take in 2-3 references on land and remember them by heart or writing them down when I get out of the water. This way, the next time I'm there, I can locate the spot by triangulating the references. One day I'll buy a radar, but for now I guess that I'll stick to the traditional fisherman ways. And last but not least, here's the moment you've been waiting for. I decided to call it a day and start heading out. But as usually, I kept the spear gun on me in case a nice fish happened to show up in the shallows. However, I got no footage of the previous moments before the encounter, because as I was getting out of the water, I had turned off my camera. The thing is that I was about to reach the beach and I saw a very small wrasse in between some seaweed. So I dived down to try to touch it, just for fun. But when I did touch it, the wrasse quickly swam away, scaring the ray that was laying about 2 meters away, scaring the shit out of me. Because believe it or not, that shit was huge. And it came completely out of the blue. I turned on the camera as quick as possible, and this is what I could capture from such an amazing encounter. And that was it for today. Damn. So far probably my craziest encounter. Such a big ray and super shallow water, because it was like what, 3 meters max, and its behavior not fleeting to me, not being scared, but instead swimming around me. It was super crazy. It was an amazing moment. If you liked the video, please thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.